Good morning, everyone. This is Zahidullah here. Right now, the car you see in front of me is a Range Rover Velar. Now, as you can see, this Range Rover Velar is the 4-cylinder, the 240p, and it's got 22-inch wheels riding on 265 Scorpion Zero tires. The color is black with a bit of gold, or I should say, rather bronze highlights. 2024 model, and as you can see, it's got red brake calipers. Sorry if the car looks a bit dirty and not that clean. As you can see, the Dubai heat and dust really do your car dirty, especially in black. But trust me, when it's clean and nice and shiny, it really pops the color and the vehicle itself. For me, it's always been my favorite car, no joke about it. I love the Range Rover Velar ever since it's made its debut in 2017. It's like the oldest Range Rover at the moment, this side of the Discovery Sport, but makes the Discovery look its age, while this still looks like it could come from just a year back. The design, the performance, everything is spot on about this vehicle. There's nothing cheap, there's nothing vulgar. It's just a clean sheet design. It's a design that basically what started Range Rover smooth and flat, but yet nice surfacing. Look at the new Range Rover, Land Rover, or rather sorry, the Land Rover Range Rover, the Range Rover Sport, even the Evoque, they all came after this vehicle in terms of design. It's a really good looking vehicle. Pop-out door handles, volumes, and everything about the vehicle screams that I cost more than I look, than my looks would suggest. Or rather, I am much nicer looking than the price might suggest, and more expensive looking. So the fuel tanks over here, since it's a 2024 model, it's got 11.5 inch screen on the inside. The center console, as you can see, a bit different than the old one. The old one was a bit nicer, I suppose. Now it's got matte plastic rather than the gloss black treatment near the gear selector. The gear selector previously was a round circle, but now it's this sort of airplane throttle style lever, which most cars are adopting these days. As you can see, it says Range Rover over here. These are the wheels, by the way. Pretty nondescript design, but I think the best, but in terms of design in the whole Range Rover lineup, they just work so well with this wheeling. The tail lights are LEDs. You can option for the matrix LED headlights that block out the light partially in order to give more view to other cars, so it's not that bright when other cars are passing or driving by. I think these don't have it, as it's the 4-cylinder and it's not taken as an option box as well. Take it out of the option box as well. It's got the black badging, your antenna, or spoiler with actually the wipers are hidden inside along with the brake light. This one doesn't have the exhaust, hence it's the 4-cylinder, because the 6-cylinder actually comes with exhaust, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, what a nice car. It's got a beige and black interior. I mean, for me, even coming out 7 years back or so, it still is timeless. Really, the updates it's always gotten are just some color palette changes and some interior trim reshaping. Like the center console I mentioned previously, it was divided into a half slit with piano black and the rotary controller than what it is now. But yeah, it's got a spoiler with vents at the back. You can tell it lets air pass through. It was one of the many more sporty coupe SUVs that were coming out at that time from the Germans. Really nice car. It's around 189 inches long, 76 inches wide, 115 inches, sorry, 113 inch in the wheelbase, 65 inches high. In terms of height, with an 8.4 inch ground clearance. Doesn't have an air suspension, but if it did, it'd probably go to 9.4 or something. Still a brilliant car in my view, even after 7 years. I mean, the fact that it inspired the latest generation of Range Rovers shows how product placement can be. Because as we all know, before that, it was the Evoque. That was small, light, sporty looking. But this just made it longer, sloopier, smoother, curvier, but still puts enough that it wouldn't be considered a Honda, a Toyota, or anything else but a Range Rover, or even a BMW, Mercedes. It's its own identity, and it speaks. Just look at the surfacing over here. It's really nice, really intricate. Your side mirrors with the side repeaters, and again, the gold trim or the bronze trim is fake, but it looks good. Really nice car. And again, sorry for the wash. It's a bit dirty. It's not that clean, but trust me, in black it really looks like something else. And especially in the blackout package, you really have stealthy vehicle. Yeah. So 2024 Range Rover P240 with the 4-cylinder. You can obviously get a 6-cylinder and a hybrid, and at least for a year, a V8. Making 542 horsepower. It's the same engine that's shared with the F-Pace from Jag. Actually, they both sit on the same platform, but you'd never know that the Jag is so old. And it's based on the same platform. Because even that vehicle looks good, although in the Jag you can tell certain areas where it's getting older along in the tooth. Over here, it's not the case unless you park it right side by side near the new Land Rover or Range Rover Sport. Only then you realize that some of the detailing and surfacing is starting to show its age like this. Nowadays, all the top, model Range Rovers from the Sport and the Range Rover Sport and the Vogue, they all have this nice, like this flush bodywork with the rubber that you see over here, or this plastic trim in this case, is molded into the doors for that clean look. Yeah, it really looks good on those vehicles. It's a trend that I think even the Peugeot has started with the 5000 and 3008, but Range Rover the first to do it, where there was no need of rubber sticking out, and it was just a flush door with no seals, no nothing. This is still a really good vehicle, and if you ask me, compared to the rivals, which are far and few between, I think the F-Pace, obviously, mechanical twin, and probably the Porsche Macan in the V6 form, not the electric Macan, but the V6 one that's been there since 2014, GLC Coupe and X4, even the Maserati Levante. If I'm not wrong, maybe I'm not remembering that car's name, but they're newer, smaller SUV. But this is still the number one for me. Probably that Maserati second. But just saying, what a nice car, really. Alright, that's it from me. Thank you.